I'm going to share with you my opinion on the three things that really stop most people from getting into the Airbnb space. In fact, if they get into the Airbnb space, there's only a few things that if you learn how to do it, you can actually do this, and it is very lucrative. And having someone help you mitigate those risks can do one of two things. It could help you save your investment, or it can help you scale to more units. But I'm going to be truthful. Most people fail in the Airbnb industry. And the reason they fail is because they get these three things wrong. So let's get right into it so I can share with you what I've learned over the last 7.5 years doing Airbnbs and what not to do. So the first thing that I think most people fail at is understanding how to set up an LLC. And guys, by the way, if you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to share something with you that is an absolute game changer that you're not going to want to miss. Okay, it's a free gift from me to you. First thing is setting up your LLC the correct way. Most people understand how to set up a business. They go on the Secretary of State and they fill it out. They pay their $200 or whatever it is, and they set it up. But what they don't understand is they don't understand the intricate parts of setting it up the right way. Like, should they be in Wyoming? Should they be in Nevada? Should they be in Delaware? How do we get anonymous? Are we setting it up for the correct NISC code? Are we going to be high risk? How do we set it up for funding to maximize business funding? Because in this business, when you're talking about starting an Airbnb business, there's a couple things that are really important. Setting up the LLC correctly in the beginning allows you to scale to multiple properties. Why? Because you can leverage other people's money. You see people that have 30, 40, 50, 100 units, and you're like, how are they doing it? They're doing it corporate lease, they're using their business credit, and they're scaling it by business credit cards, putting it by furnishing, putting on business, paying for the rent by business credit, and therefore your cash on cash skyrockets versus using your checking and your savings account. That's how you scale, guys. This is how I'm getting corporate leases and scaling to multiple units. All right, so the first thing is making sure your LLC is correctly, okay? Number two is understanding property and market research. Let's start with market research first. That basically means the city and the county that you're in. It's the market. What about the market is really important is why are people coming in? Okay, so what I usually look for is the 3 H's. Are you close to a hospital? Are you close to hotels? Are you close to hills? Let's start with hospitals. Hospitals. Why? Because we have traveling nurses and doctors and chiropractors. Why? Because we also have family members that need to stay with their loved ones and they would like to stay close to their loved ones by the hospital. So if you can locate and pinpoint a property that is close to a hospital, you have a great opportunity of those family members staying there with you in your property to be with their loved ones. Okay, but also you get the traveling nurses and doctors as well, chiropractors. Number two is hotels. Think about this for a minute, guys. Hotels have done millions of dollars, at least hundreds of thousands of dollars of due diligence and research to indicate where they're going to put a hotel. If you can be next to a hotel or around a hotel, that means that the area is good and they expect a lot of people coming for vacation, for traveling. So if you can be close to it, you're already in the game. And number three, and this is even if you found a great property, you feel like you found a great property, you're like, this is the one. Now you've got to talk to a landlord, okay? This is the spooky landlord that everybody gets stopped at because it's like, hey, look, Mr. Landlord, here's how the call goes. I'm going to give you a rendition of it. Mr. Landlord, hi. I found your property on Zillow. I really love it. I love the area. And look, I want to rent your place, okay? And I would like to know if you'll allow me to put your property on Airbnb. Landlord says, well, we don't do short-term rentals. We don't do subletting. But tell me a little bit about it. How many units do you have? Do you have any landlords I can contact? How long have you been in the industry? Do you have credibility and background and industry standards that you've been doing? Can you show me great practices of how you've been doing this? Mr. Landlord, this is actually my first time doing this. I don't have any properties, I don't have any backgrounds, I don't have any references, I don't have any landlords you can contact. I was hoping maybe you would be a guinea pig and allow me to put your property on Airbnb. Hello? Hello? And you got to do this hundreds of times before somebody says, you know what, maybe they'll allow you. Okay, it's a numbers game. And you can throw enough shit at the wall and something may stick, but maybe not. And if you got a lot of time, you got a lot of time. You can spend a lot of time making all these calls and sending out leases and do it. Sure, do it. Okay? But most people that want something effective They leverage other people who have already done it. Okay? If I'm here and I want to go here, what I need to do is I need to figure out who's here and how do I get closer to that person. This is the life hack, guys. You want to be a professional boxer. Would you have a better opportunity going to a gym, signing up, going to hit a heavy bag or a heavy bag like that or a speed bag? Or would you have a better opportunity being a professional boxer if you had Mike Tyson sitting there at 7 o'clock every morning waiting for you at the gym? Right? It's silly, but you know what? So many people are like, I can do this myself. Of course you can do it yourself. I would never tell anybody they can't do Airbnb themselves. What I will tell you is this. You will spend a lot of time, energy, and money and possibly lose your investment because you don't understand property market research. And that leads me into property. Just because you have a great market, does that mean the property is a good property to get into? Of course not. How do you look at the property? Is the property updated? Does it match what somebody looks for when they go on a vacation? Do you know how to stage it? Do you know how to put it up on Airbnb? Do you understand it's a hospitality business, not a rental? You're dealing with guests in and out. Do you understand guest communication? Do you understand how to hire cleaners? How to get your maintenance? I want this to sound confusing because guess what? If you don't have the right help, it is confusing. And most people, because there's no barrier to get into this industry, meaning everybody can join. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry can get into Airbnb. All they have to do is say, you know what, I want to start an Airbnb company. You don't need a PhD. You don't need a bachelor's. You don't even need a high school degree. You can just get in and say, you know what, I want to be an Airbnb host. The problem with that is that's why most people fail, is because everybody's allowed in. My job is to help you mitigate those risks. Okay? You can put your finances at risk, sure, or you can say, you know what, I want help. Now look, the reality is this. Most people fail. I don't want to tell you, I don't want to blow any smoke and tell you. Most people fail because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to finish. They don't know how to build business credit. They don't know how to set up their LLC correctly. They have no idea how to do property research or market research. They don't know how to get a yes from a landlord because they never had a unit before, so they have no credibility and background to get the unit, so it's the chicken before the egg. And so they're calling me and they're like, dude, what do you do? And so look, guys, the third thing that I want to share with you, on top of getting the landlord to say yes, is if you want help with this Friday, okay, I am doing the Super Bowl of Airbnb training. It's a free training. I want you to join in. It's absolutely what everybody's been waiting for all year, that I've been talking about, that everybody's hyped up to get into. It's a free training to show you guys those three things and how to actually do this stuff so you can do it. Okay, take action. 80% of your success is right here. 20% is action. I need to get your mind right, because if you can believe it, you can dream it, it can be done, and it will be achieved. Believe it, conceive it, dream it, achieve it. Only 20% is the action, but the action has to be the right action. It's not about hard work, okay? People say it's hard work. It's not about hard work. Hard work means, that would mean every roofer and you know, people digging ditches would all be millionaires. It's doing it the right way. It's working smarter and harder at the same time. So what I want to help you guys with, if you click the link below, you're going to see how to join in. By the way, I'm only taking a few people in because I don't want the group to be big. And here's the reason behind this. I told you guys I would give you something for free, and it's called the Super Bowl of literally Airbnb. Okay, I'm calling it the Airbnb Super Bowl because it's literally what everybody's been wanting to try to get into, and now I just opened up. You guys are the first one to see it right here live. If you click the link below, you'll be able to register for it. Okay, it's this coming Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So click the link below and get in. If it allows you to get in, great. Congratulations. I'll see you on the call. But I'm keeping the group small because I want to pay attention to you guys. I want to be able to answer questions at the end, and I want to make sure it's very intimate. Okay, so I'm not allowing a lot of people in. If it doesn't allow you in, I'm sorry. I don't know when I'm going to be doing it again, but keep checking back with me so that way you can potentially get into the next one. All right, but I'm going to be sharing with you all this, how to own, literally how to get into Airbnb without owning any property, how to leverage business credit, how to get the property, how to know market research, how to know property research, and more importantly, the secret that I told you I would share at the end is how I get involved. When I get involved, you know stuff's going to get done. When I get involved and I help you get that first property up and running. I'll explain more on the training if you make it in. I'll see you guys. Click the link below. Get in right now. I promise it'll be the best training of the year. Let's roll.